Let me feel my Dory live to the broad Atlantic comber.
I don't think, well, I know for me anyway, I've never imagined anything like this happening. And I think even when you start out in show business, I was never one of those people that would practice an award speech in a mirror or anything like that. I always thought that God would strike you dead if you did that. So I never imagined anything like this. All the years I was doing the Mercer Report in Toronto, I'd come out of the subway and I'd walk by the Walk of Fame, or a section of it, and 9 times out of 10 I would say hello to Mr. Pinsent and make sure there was nothing on his star, and I was always quite chuffed that I knew someone personally that was on the walk, and so I never really imagined that it would be me there, and so this is quite an honor. I was your typical angry young man as a young performer. And, I wrote a book recently, and you have to reflect on life, and you realize that quite often you have more answers at 18 than you do at 50. Things are much grayer at 50, whereas many things are black and white at 18. I think there's a role for the angry young man, but I think it would be a little odd to continue being that person into your 50s. So it's just a different role you play. I just always have followed a few rules. In my work, I've never tried to kick down. I've always tried to avoid kicking down. And I just became really comfortable celebrating. That was what the Mercer Report was about, like celebrating individuals, celebrating communities, celebrating what was positive. I'm not a dumb guy. I know that there's problems with the country. I know sometimes we don't live up to, what we can possibly live up to. But at the same time, there's lots to celebrate. And I'm comfortable being that guy. I'm comfortable being that cheerleader. And I feel the same way about the province. It's not that our province is without problems, but, I'm a super proud Newfoundlander. I'm proud to be from Newfoundland and Labrador, and I'm a proud Canadian, and a day like this means the world.
If you were going to do a rant today, what would it be about?
I rant every day, around 5 o'clock on the phone with a few friends, and the times we live in, if anyone recorded those conversations, I'd be in serious trouble. Today, I would overwhelmingly, I'm filled with gratitude today. I'm grateful for the friends that showed up. I'm grateful that I got to grow up in a place like Middle Cove. Quite often when you're in the moment, when you're 10 or 12 or 14 or 16 going, I need a ride to town, you don't really appreciate what you have. And boy, I really appreciate the community I grew up in. And there's a lot of these communities around Newfoundland and Labrador, and we're very, very fortunate. Anyone who's fortunate enough to grow up in a place like this, they won the lotto.